Hello everyone, hope you all are safe. Ishani here, and today I have some paper crafts for all those who are planning to surprise their mothers on Mother's Day. During these corona days, we can't even get our mothers flowers. So I thought let's make a bouquet and a card that you can easily make just with paper, scissors and glue. And to learn more such crafts, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and get notification whenever I have a new video. I start with taking a paper in pink color. You can take any color paper, the paper which you would have. You don't need heavy paper. The paper should be 80 GSM or less, which is similar to the copy paper we use for printing usually. I cut it in small rectangles and layer all the rectangles together. So I can cut the shape from all the layers. I take a pencil and make a spiral. Try to keep the lines of the spiral equidistant, and then with scissors I cut it out. If you are a kid and you're watching this, please take help of an adult. If you don't want your mother to know, maybe you can take help of your father or any elder siblings. Don't use the scissors alone. The cutting of this paper may need a little precision, and after you cut it out, carefully remove all the layers. If you remove it fast, you may tear the paper. And now with this ring of paper, I'll make the flowers. I take a toothpick and I wrap around the paper along the toothpick like this till I get to the end. And now that I reach the end, I am going to put some glue and hold it for a few seconds so that the papers stick together and make this pretty floret. There is another way to make this flower if you have a quilling tool. The slot which the quilling tool has, you insert the outer edge of this spiral inside and then roll it out. So you don't really need a quilling tool, you can do it with the toothpick too, but if you have a quilling tool, it's better to use that. These flowers are very easy to make. It's just that you need to make around 40 such flowers to make a small card. It will depend on the size of the heart. The size that I have will have around 45 flowers. Now coming to the heart, I take a post-it note, and you can take any paper and I fold it in half and I draw half a heart like this with a pencil, and with scissors I cut it. This is one of the easiest way of making a heart, and here I have a heart which I will now use for making my card base. For the card base, I take a heavy paper similar to a chart paper, and I've kept it of the same color as my roses. I have folded it from top, and now I place my heart and I'm going to trace around my heart and cut around so that it makes a heart-shaped card. Do you see how I have kept the heart above the folded lines? It is because I want the card to have a hinge so that it opens without there being any cut. And now we have the card base ready, on which we will put all our flowers. I'm going to stick my flowers one by one, first around the outside and then inside with normal glue. I'm using Fevicol for it. And here is our bouquet of flowers ready on this heart. For some personal touch, I'm going to write inside in my handwriting, Happy Mother's Day 2020. And now that the bouquet is ready, let's go ahead and make the wrapper around it. For the wrapper, you need to use a heart-shaped paper. You can use the same paper that you cut the card base with, or like me, you can use a thicker paper that I have used here for cutting out a heart. And now, joining the two sides, I'm going to make a small pocket with this paper. You need to hold it together for it to stick. By then I erase off the pencil marks that I had inside the card. And here is a bouquet full of roses which can be kept for years together. This can be given on Mother's Day and would be perfect even for her birthday if you are watching this after the Mother's Day is over. You could put a magnet behind this, and this bouquet of roses can be put on the refrigerator so that your mother could see it every time and be reminded of this lovely gift. I hope you like this first idea. We are going to make a similar flower for a card now, which is a simpler version of this first project. Let's go ahead and see how to make a very simple and pretty Mother's Day card. For this project too, I am going to take the same paper that I used for my first project. And similarly, I am cutting strips of pink paper and will cut rectangles out of it. I stack them together, and this time I am going to make a bigger spiral, bigger than the one we did for the first project. Similarly, I draw the spiral and cut it out. So we get the similar rings like we got for the previous one. And now with the quilling tool, I am going to make similar florets like for the first project. This time the florets will be a little bigger than the previous ones, but we need them a little big because we are going to use only 4 of them on a card. Please excuse this little hand which is coming inside and peeping and playing around. That's my son. And similarly, I have the other 3 flowers ready. Now I take a thin strip of green colored paper, fold it and draw my leaves on it. I cut them out and get them ready, and now is the time to make our card. For the card base, I take a sheet and cut it of the size 4 1/4 in my width and 11 inches in my length, and fold it in half, which makes a card of 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. For the leaves to have some dimension, I take them and fold them in half so that when we stick it on paper, it looks dimensional. Now for some more interest, I am going to create a frame around my card, for which I take a black pen and just roughly doodle a frame around my card. You can be creative and create some more patterns, or probably take a scale and make a frame. Anything you want, just for some little added interest. And now for the sentiment, I take a scale just to have straight lines, and with a black pen in my own handwriting, I write Happy Mother's Day, and I write Mama because I call my mother Mama. You can be as fancy with the lettering as you want, or it can be just your simple handwriting. Your mother will love it anyways. Then I take a green sketch pen and draw my stems. Then I put a drop of Fevicol and adhere my flowers, pressing the center carefully so that all the layers are stuck. As for the leaves, I apply a little glue behind them and adhere them too. I erase the pencil marks, and here is a pretty card for your beautiful mother or even for your grandmother. They will love to get a card like this. You can change the colors of the flowers, change the sentiment and make it a birthday card for your friend or for your teacher. These flowers will definitely make someone's day. I hope you enjoyed these simple paper crafts, which I hope you will try yourself too. If you do, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know that you liked it. Hope you have subscribed to my channel to watch more craft ideas. Thank you for stopping by and for all your love. Keep safe and happy crafting. Bye bye.